If you continue practicing being a hater, you're going to be a great hater.
Me, I wanna shoot my shots. You're so sexy, I never see. My baby, my choice.
Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Yum the Gem. Any other one is a counterfeit. Yes, I haven't really done like a one-on-one video with y'all. So I just want to come and say hi, kind of, just talk. Ever since I came back from Nigeria, it's been a lot of things happening. A lot of ideas, a lot of topics, a lot of new realities. One of the things that I really want to talk about, and I think it just ties in, it actually ties into everything. We really, as a people, need to get back to minding our own business. Our society, the world, has been watering down sin from time. And I think gossiping is so normalized, especially when it comes to Nigerians. Oh, we're just gisting. We're just gisting. No. Everybody needs to mind their own business. When I got back from my trip to Nigeria, literally the next day, I had found some information out about a conversation that was being had about me. It became like a whole thing, and I don't really be in stuff like this. It was actually when I tell you, the story had so many twists and turns. Somebody came to me about one of my other friends. Come to find out that the person who came to me was also telling my business too. It was just a lot. It was just a lot. And what I gained from the situation is everybody just needs to mind their own. And for me, I've never been the kind of person that's like, oh, why is this person talking about me? Because let's just be honest, people talk. I'm sorry, we're all living our life, and if you're in my life in some way or some form, you're going to be talked about because I'm talking about my life and you're a character in my story. But I am the main character, and I think that is what we have to get to. Make yourself remain the main character. There's no need for somebody else to be winning supporting role or whatever in your movie. So that was it was like a whole thing, y'all. It was actually very interesting to me. But for me, the standpoint I had on it was just that, damn, people really do be minding other people's business. You just have to be careful. I'm not innocent. I don't think anybody's innocent in regards to talking about people or, talking about things that are not your business. But I don't think people are actively trying not to talk about people. Now, I know for me, I've been actively trying to stop talking about people. And I think even some of you, I may have even mentioned it on my channel before, I don't know. But I know me and my friends, we literally be like, okay, I don't want to talk about it because I ain't trying to gossip. We actually keep each other accountable, and we're on the same token. There are some people who do be telling me other people tea and stuff like that, but even then, sometimes I be correcting them do I really need to know this? And I think for me, when you've never gotten a big lesson in minding your own damn business, it's very easy for you to continue talking about others because it's fun, it's entertainment, but I got a big lesson with that when I was in high school, which I told myself one day I will do a story time about literally the biggest trial, one of the biggest trials I've ever overcome in friendship. And I was put into other people's business, but I also didn't remove myself. And so I ended up learning that knowing things isn't always the best. So literally after that situation, if I have to beg somebody to tell me something, I don't want to know. If you're not forthcoming, I'm not trying to know. We just really all need to start minding our business. Something for me that I do also feel like I'm good at is, if I said something, I'm going to be 10 tones down about it. So a lot of people, they be talking so aimlessly. You really need to be careful, bro. Like, honestly, like, the tongue is very evil. So it's not everything that comes to your mind that you should not be spilling out, because it could be the devil coming into your mind, and now you're speaking curses, now you're speaking negativity, and then when it come back to you, you ain't standing 10 toes down on it. So whereas for me, if I said something a lot of times and it came back to me, I will eat it. I will actually stand on it. You know, so because I know that if it was to come back to me, I have to stand on it, I'm very careful about what I say. If I'm going to say anything, it's either I really mean it or it's the truth. And if that person wants to confront me about it, I did say it. You know what I'm saying? Be able to, I will take accountability. So because I actually fear shame, I try my best not to be messy. Another point. Fine. People, you may talk about somebody, whatever, talk about what somebody got going on. Oh, you heard this or whatever. Why are you being messy? Why are you being messy? You don't have to be messy. You don't have to. One of my friends, when we talk about like, I don't want to gossip, or, you know, do we be gossiping? She'd be like, Amy, I really don't think we gossip. Like, we just be stating facts. I'm not gonna lie, we just do be saying facts. Like, for example, let's say I go to Walgreens and I saw somebody steal L'Oreal out the store. And I go talk to my friend, like, gee, guess who I saw at the store today? It's crazy. Like, she was stealing L'Oreal, right? I'm not now gonna add on and be like, yeah, and I'm sure, you know, she used to work at CVS, so I'm sure she was stealing the Rimmel London, the battery, she was stealing all kinds of shit. But why would I start doing that? Like, why am I adding? You don't add. That was something that I had to talk to one of my friends about, who I did find out told my business. Unfortunately, I was obviously disappointed, but I wasn't shocked, just based off of the fact that I know that she be talking. I just didn't anticipate it was going to be about me, but I did tell her, I'm not telling none of my business anymore. You know, any other people who spoke about me, actually, I'm lying. No. At least for the one who I said, I'm not telling her no more, I'm still her friend. I don't believe she said it ill-heartedly. So that's the reason why. But like, for her, I'm not shocked. So I'm still able to be her friend, right? But even, I just know I just can't tell you anything. And I think it was a big lesson for everybody in that situation to realize and learn, like, whoa, okay, shit really can get back to you though. Like, it really can come back to you, and you have to be very careful. Whatever is done in the dark will come to the light. It will be exposed, whether it's today or it's in 20 years. So you really do have to be careful what you're saying and stand on what you said. Yes, I had to kind of school my friend. When it comes to certain tea or certain information that's not about you, you need to be careful how you share it. I'm sorry. You must be very careful how you share it and who you're sharing it with. If you know that your friend is a hater, you shouldn't be sharing shit with your friend. If you know, is that my friend? If you know that your friend talk too much, you shouldn't be sharing shit with your friend. You know, like, I had to tell my girl, I'm like, baby, if you want to talk, let me show you how to do it. One, there's certain information, right? If it's like normal information, whatever, right? But I do think there are certain things that are private matters, right? Somebody maybe being pregnant, or somebody, I think anything when it comes to health, anything when it comes to relationship status, you know, anything when it comes to money, I just feel like certain things are like, they're private matters. So you really shouldn't be blah, 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 blah. You know, there's certain information. If the actual person who the information is about did not tell you, that information does not need to go to no third and fourth party. Like, like, you know, there's like rings. There's no reason why you should be going to the fourth factor. You know what I'm saying? The first factor is even too much. You now went to the third. If the person you're talking about would not actually tell the person you're about to tell, this sensitive information, you shouldn't be telling them shit. Honestly, like you really have to be careful. Like whatever you practice, you're going to get good at. Whatever you practice, you're going to become a pro at. If you continue practicing gossiping, if you continue practicing being messy, if you continue practicing telling other people's business, if you continue practicing being a hater, you're going to be a great hater. You're going to be a great gossiper. You're going to be exceedingly messy. You know, so let's actually start having some self-control and some boundaries with what we speak on, what we comment on. Everybody just talking too much. Everybody is talking too much. Talking too much. And what you say to others will come back on you. Look at this nigga. Chewing that gum hard as hell. Anywho, child. That was just my little quick tidbit before I go hang with my friends. So even now when I'm about to go, it's not everything I need to say. You know? Let me just get out of here. All right, y'all. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys start minding your business, me included, and just being very, very careful with what you say and what you speak. I hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll talk later. Subscribe.
God, I choose you daily.